So let's just do this show forever.
Hey. Welcome to Zero Hit Points, everybody. It's Wednesday, October 26th. I'm Ryan Miller, here to deny all of your services with an attack. Matt Amberg.
Karate chops and kicking and punches and denied.
Is that what's been going on with the internet this week?
Yeah,
then?
somebody's been kicking lines.
Okay.
Karate
Makes
chopping.
a lot more sense now, actually.
It's a violent situation. That whole
Hey, guess who wasn't taken down by the internet attack?
you.
0 hit points.
It wasn't. We were up. We were running. Nobody was looking, but we were there.
Were you hit by that at all? Stuff you were trying to do?
No.
I feel like Xbox flew under the radar a little bit. We found that out.
Yeah, I think because it was mostly an East Coast attack, so most of Xbox's servers, Azure and stuff, is on the West Coast.
That explains all the lines of code that were like, forget about this, and then you couldn't access it.
That explains. It doesn't explain any of what you just said.
Classic West Coast joke about the East Coast. 0 hit points. .com. Hey, forget about that.
Okay,
how you
good.
doing? How you been?
You
It's
know,
good to see you again.
thank you. It's nice to be seen. I appreciate it. Appreciate you.
Well, the left half of your face, anyways.
Well, I can only see like the part of your face. There, you want that? Is that better?
Together we make a whole face. Which side of my face can you see?
Well, on my screen, it's also the left.
Hey, that doesn't make
Two
any
lefts
sense to me.
don't make a right. We
Trump 2016.
Yeah.
The microphone's covering your face for anybody not watching this live on the internet.
Are we live on the internet?
Nope.
Thank goodness. What are we doing? What is this show going? This is like the most inane, like nothingness of an introduction.
Is it?
Yeah, don't pee-wee me, we.
You can tell when I haven't watched a movie this week.
I watched last week Criterion did a sale. It was 50% off everything they had in stock, not off of sale prices that were currently going on.
Okay.
So I get excited. I like tactile media. I like owning the Criterion collection, especially because they put so much effort into their transfers, into the special features, even to
They're
the boxes.
amazing. Yeah, bar none. Is there a better special edition out there?
No, never.
No.
And there's a reason that Criterion is also the most expensive.
Yeah.
So when they do 50% off, it's a pretty big deal. And I was excited because there's always something there. And I've considered going through and kind of individually picking up all the Wes Anderson movies, a couple of other like older films, and Chien. There's some of the Chaplin stuff that's out there. But I decided I picked up Blood Simple because the Coen brothers, you know what? I love Wes Anderson, but I don't own some of the Coen brother movies, so I'm going to go that route. I'm going to pick up a bunch of those. So I picked that up.
You know what you should never do to a person? Put them in a Wes Anderson versus the Coen brothers.
No, it's not
situation.
okay. It's especially
Never.
Yeah, and that's like hell. That's my hell.
Ever do that to anybody?
Yeah, I can't win that battle. I picked up a movie called Thief, which I highly recommend to you. It was Michael Mann's first movie, and it's
James Caan. Wait, that
James
was
Caan.
Michael Mann, really?
Yeah,
Huh.
James Caan, man, awesome movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, I watched that. I want to say like last year or sooner at the. Not recommendation, but at the mention of, I think Ken Levine was out there, said something about it, or shared a clip from it or something like that. But yeah, it's legitimate. Did we?
I don't know that we talked about it.
Did we talk about it on the show?
We might have. I don't remember. Either way, I picked up the Criterion of that.
Good.
Repo Man.
Avenge me.
I won't. You'll never have that. No, Repo Man. The Criterion for that, the box art is amazing. I got to take a picture of it because it is fantastic. And then I bought the Guillermo del Toro Trilogia, which has.
Is that what they call it? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. Really.
Cool.
Really. It has The Devil's Backbone, Kronos, and Pan's Labyrinth. And we
That's
watched
the trilogy?
Yeah. Well, they're all the Spanish. It's the Spanish group. There's a link to them.
That's why. And Pacific Rim.
Yeah, it was Pacific Rim is definitely a Spanish-based film. It has everything to do with Spain. That's why.
That makes more sense, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
What was Idris Elba's name in Pacific? He has an awesome name in that movie.
Like Captain Yellow.
Bootsy McTomaltine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was his name? It was.
I don't know. I've been like inches away from rewatching that movie for like 3 months now, so I could
you gotta
find
look
out
that up
really soon.
We gotta find that name. It's such a cool name, and I know I could.
It's a great name. It's They should do a Criterion collection of that name.
Just his name, yeah. I'm collecting it. I'm ready. So we watched Pan's Labyrinth. I haven't seen Pan's Labyrinth for a few years now, and that movie, top to bottom, like it is heartbreaking. It's beautiful. It's just gory. It's everything. Guillermo del Toro is just the best.
I don't remember that much gore, actually.
There's not really that much gore. There's I will say there's one scene in there that we watched it and I was like, oh man, that's so weird, because we watched it Sunday, and we watched it like a few hours before The Walking Dead. And one of the scenes, he takes a bottle and he bashes a dude's face in with it. And they do a pretty good job with the makeup where they like kind of like dent his face.
Okay,
and I
think I remember that.
And I was like, "Oh man, The Walking Dead's going to be on tonight," and so that was fun. That movie though, it's just unbelievably cruel but really beautiful, and just a wonderful fairy tale.
I don't remember enough about it to have a back and forth with you actually right now. I feel really bad. I'm going to add nothing to this. I remember I liked it.
It's an interesting story too. It was.
I remember it was not what I expected at all.
No, it's a World War II tale. Like it's totally a story about fascism. Well, I mean, amongst other things, it's about fascism, but it's the Spanish side of World War II, and
right.
It's something that you don't hear about.
Especially the monster part.
Yeah, that's a weird part.
Man, hey, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Before we move on from physical media, what does your collection look like at this point?
It's dwindled.
I got rid of my VHS I got rid of them soon enough. Like I saw it coming that I could still get $1 for them at whatever the used store was. We're a Gray Whale, maybe.
Sure.
Anybody? Shout out. Sure.
Yeah.
My VHS. Anyways.
Yeah.
And then I started doing DVDs because that was about when that was hitting. But now I don't, I've sold all my DVDs. I have no physical media except for maybe 2 DVDs out there that I know. I mean, I've also ripped them, so they play through my Plex server. But
right.
I'm trying to think what they are. A couple concert DVDs, I think.
Sure.
Stuff that's semi-collectible or just would be hard to get a hold of at
Steely
some point.
Dan.
Yeah.
Big Steely Dan fan, are you?
Who?
I don't know who he is.
You went too high too soon. I have I can't come back with a better
Air
or
Supply,
funnier.
Aria Speedwagon.
Air Supply is the lead up. You should have Air Supplied me and then
Toto
and then Steely Dan,
Ingrid Malmsteen,
like Dexy's Midnight Runners,
Dexy's,
and then Steely Dan.
Sure, you never forget Dexy. What were we talking about?
Physical media. So
yeah.
So I'm at the point now though where streaming quality is I think DVD Blu-ray DVDs, if you will, doesn't quite at their best still don't quite approach what you get, like the bit rate you get from streaming stuff, even though they are up to 1080p and whatnot. I think Netflix has some ultra. I know they're doing 4K streaming too, but honestly, we're talking bit rate here.
Sure.
Because I'm to the point where I know that when the 4K Blu-rays come out, that definitely is not approachable by any 4K streaming out there.
Sure.
So I am on the verge of maybe reacquiring some physical media for the first time in my life, just to, at the very least, see that, feel like my 4K TV.
I'm telling you, the thing you got to get though, like I don't know if it's already on Netflix, but it wouldn't matter. I'm telling, like it's the thing that I always want to watch when the new clearest version of whatever comes out is. I want to watch Planet Earth, like that show is so good to especially with like a new TV that has like that has just been newly calibrated with beautiful colors and all that, and you get like those deep greens when they go into the forest. And
I watched it 2 days ago.
It's honestly so good. I freaking love it. Did you watch the American version or the British version?
That's so stupid. Who did they get to do the American version?
Sigourney Weaver.
Oh,
I actually really liked her.
I thought it was Oprah.
No.
Maybe she did Life, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. But Sigourney did Planet Earth, and I actually really liked Sigourney Weaver.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, the idea is still stupid, but I guess you got Sigourney Weaver, so you touche.
I mean, yeah, clearly, what's his balls? I can't. Attenborough. I wanted to say
literally what he goes by on the streets of London.
I wanted to say Altman, and I'm like, that's not right. It's a different.
Sir Richard Dalton. Is it Richard? I can't tell the brothers apart. One of them's dead, so I should be able to.
Dick and Dale
Attenborough.
Dick and Dale Attenborough. Over in Medford, Oregon. You don't know them?
Yeah, it must have been Life then that did Oprah, because that Life also real good. Like Life was Planet Earth 2 until all this actual Planet Earth 2 business started happening.
I don't know. I go back. I don't care. I just want to watch Planet Earth 1.
Have you seen the trailer for Planet Earth 2?
I didn't even know there was
like a week. Yeah, no, it's fairly new.
Didn't even know.
I'm conflicted about it because
you're like, I've already seen this one.
Yeah, well, I'm like, wait a second.
Where did you
get This is the same Earth from the last one.
Yeah, this is a bunch of baloney.
Oh, dang it. Sequel. Either that or I thought it was what was that TV show that got canceled? Earth 2? Pretty sure it was called Earth 2.
It was called Earth 2.
Yeah, that's where I'm conflicted because Netflix is bankrolling it, so I'm assuming it's going to be streaming only, which is exactly where I kind of don't want my 4K. I mean, it is better. It's 4K-er. There's more Ks.
There are,
but it's not like we just talked about it. That doesn't approach the disc. So I mean, yeah, it's exactly like when Planet Earth came out. I got the HD DVDs of that to play on my 360 connected HD DVD player. You were one of like 5 DVD sets I had for that thing.
Yeah, you were like the 9th person out of like 40 that bought one. That's cool of you. Huh?
It's not far off. So yeah, I would like a physical disc option with that thing.
Well, Netflix always releases their stuff on disc, so well, not always. I guess the Marvel stuff. I wonder if they would release that on disc.
Do their originals come out on any discs?
Well,
actually?
The Marvel stuff has, but I don't know. And Orange Is the New Black has. I don't know about the rest of them.
Well, I'm sure it seems like if you're going to do any of them, then Planet Earth.
I'm sure
there's
going to be a demarcation point where they're like, yeah, these shows are great. We're big supporters. We're not putting those out on media.
All right. Good job.
Yeah. You too. Great show. Let's wrap it up.
Is there anything you wanted to add? That wonderful.
I think we've covered everything we possibly could have. There is no more ever.
All right. So then, when all else fails, the video games are the next thing.
And I usually fail at those. So what's after that? Because I'm looking forward.
More things fail, video games. You played more than I did this week, although I think we played mostly the same thing.
I played a couple of things. I played some Overwatch. Nothing really new. I put in some time. I put in a whole bunch of time to get skins in the PC. And I did. I've achieved.
With the Halloween event thing still going on?
I think it is. It goes on until the 1st.
Okay, I would hope so.
Yeah. So I got most of the good skins that I wanted on the PC. I'm missing a couple, but we'll see if I can catch a level or two.
I really like that Halloween event. Actually, we never talked about it because we forgot. But when we streamed it,
yeah,
I like that mode. Like I agree with the people that say like something like this should stick around somewhere.
Yeah, and I think it will. So there's something in Team Fortress 2 that's actually very similar in that it's called man versus machine. So you still have all of your classes you can pick, but because TF2 doesn't have ults or anything like that, you go back to like a cash out spot after you've like killed a wave of the robots. You collect the money, you go back and cash out, and then you upgrade stuff.
This is fairly new, isn't it? Isn't this one of the things that came out like
2 years ago?
Year, maybe even. Okay,
it's been 2 years old now. It's a great mode, and this is there's a little bit of, you can see that Blizzard was like, oh, okay, we can do a co-op mode with this, it'll work, and it worked out great. It's a fun mode. I will say that the downside to that mode is that there's a pattern to it. So we didn't know this going into it. I found this out like yesterday. There's actually a specific pattern, and you can cheese the entire mode on like even on hard mode if you follow a couple very specific rules.
Really?
Yeah, because here's what we screwed up on and didn't do and could have. So when we get to the last person, when Mercy and everybody was out, everybody just kind of like, we had the one dragon would go off, and then and maybe you'd have soldier go off a little bit, but what has to happen is you have to McCree and dragon and soldier all at the same time. And they're like, the other thing they talk about is ulting, is Ana ulting McCree, so his ult goes faster, it Deadeye's quicker, so you can damage all of them faster. It's like but there's a definitive pattern that you can follow.
So that's all. Okay, yeah, just do everything together.
It's not as hard as
perfectly.
It sounds. It's totally not as hard as it sounds. It's just a matter of people actually paying attention.
Right. Yeah, and that's might have been our weak point on video games.
Well, our weak point when we play Overwatch together or separately is that we are bad. And when we're together,
to be fair, that's my weak point specifically. I'm not a great team player.
When we're together, it just exacerbates the issue.
Right. Yes, that too.
Yeah. There's some PTR updates coming up pretty soon.
What's PTR?
It's the public test realm. So Blizzard makes changes there. That's where they go and they nerf and they buff and they try things out. There's a whole bunch of buffs coming for and changes coming up for Symmetry. We talked about that. One of the things that they're changing in the PTR, and I don't love this. They've got wise to people choosing to wait on their prestiging, and then they would prestige right when an event would come along, so they'd have super easy levels and they could just pound out crates. They didn't want people doing that. So now when you get to level 100, you don't get to prestige anymore. You get stuck or I guess you kind of do, but it is a specific amount of experience for every single level. It never changes.
Come on.
It doesn't scale. It's always like 20,000 XP for every level.
Like, is this a money problem for, like, is Overwatch going to go under if they don't fix this?
Yeah, absolutely freaking not. Are you kidding? So and the other thing is the amount of people that are doing that, I can't be a massive amount. So unless the game itself is not doing well, that's all this is. It's a cash grab.
Also, what's the value add? Yeah, I mean, because there can't be that many people doing it. How many more dollars are they going to wring out of us because when they fix this?
No, I mean,
I'm invested because I've been waiting to do this because there's an achievement, obviously, for getting one character up to 50 items, and going back to level 0 and having some quick boxes would have sped that up a little bit. Because I think the most I have for anybody right now is like 16 or 15.
Right, it takes forever.
So, and it's the second time I got burned by waiting too long. Like we talked about this maybe a couple weeks ago, but I tried to do some of Torbjorn's stuff with his turret, and he's garbage to me now. Like I probably have to relearn him, but for the hour or so I tried to play him, I did nothing. He has become garbage.
Yeah, he's not really great anywhere right now. He's not good in the PC realm either. But yeah, you kind of got screwed because the nerfs for him were console specific.
I can't get 4 kills with his ult for the life of me. I barely get 2 kills.
Yeah.
He's not even buffed enough during his ult to withstand like anybody. Like as soon as somebody sees me, they just knock me out.
Oh, you know what we'll do? I know what we'll do is we'll play and I'll play Ana and you ult and I'll ult and I'll ult you when you're ulted.
Does he ult? Does Ana's ult his turret when his turret's ulted?
I don't know.
It's like
it
the
should.
unpatch.
It's
Ana can unpatch Torbjorn.
Ana should be able to. I think all like anything that damage boosts Torbjorn damage boosts his
it should
thing
yeah.
also. I mean, but I don't remember. I don't know if they fixed that. I don't know. I might be totally wrong. I don't know.
That sucks.
It does suck.
Do that.
I think
there's no guarantee this moves into wide release.
There is no guarantee, but the way that it's written, it's going to happen probably sooner than later. I'm guessing
the way it's written. What do you mean?
There was a patch notes that were put up, and the way that this specific patch note was written, the way it was them basically saying they're making sure it's not breaking anything, and then it's going to go live.
Okay.
Because this is. So,
well, I hope you're wrong and a liar.
I hope I am too, because it sucks and I think it's stupid, especially since I'm really close to prestiging on the console.
96?
I have no idea. Something like that. Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah, I may have to go.
I guess we should be playing so you can prestige before they put this.
I may have to go and bash that out real quick.
Yeah. I will say that it's no Battlefield. Like once you do get up to the higher levels, it's not. It doesn't seem like a Sisyphean task. Sisyphean. Sissy
that walk.
Like it does in Battlefield. So
yeah. I can't wait to get started on the Battlefield grind. I also played a little bit of Hello Neighbor. So I was going to stream that this weekend, and I specifically chose not to because I don't know if it's just me. I mean, the game is in like wicked early alpha, so there's barely anything there in the first place. It's really buggy. Like it crashes all the time for me. So it wasn't... I couldn't keep it stable long enough, I think, to actually get any much of a stream out of it. What's there is pretty cool, though.
Oh, was it affecting... You think it would have been affecting the actual output?
It was crashing. I mean, the game was dying. Yeah, it was...
That would do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just say if it's throwing you across the screen.
Oh, no. If it was glitching out, are you kidding
faces,
me?
Get that up there
I'd be streaming it right away. Yeah, no. It wasn't anything that interesting. It was just crashing. But
Gotcha.
What's there is it's a very interesting game. And I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how it fleshes out. So all that's there right now is you've got like 2 rooms in your little house, and you can see the neighbor's house, and he's in there and he moves around. And the idea is to get into the basement. And the basement has something going on in it because like when you get close to it, there's this like ominous and when you look in through the window, there's like a red light coming out of there. But to get into the basement, you have to get past the guy and you have to get into his house and you have to find keys and flashlights and it's a puzzle game, and it's or it will at least be procedurally generated in the sense that things won't be laid out in the same way. The house won't be blocked off in the same way. So the guy knows you're coming for him. And the more the more times you get caught by him or whatever, it's like more stuff gets added to the house. So more things get blockaded on the doors. The windows get boarded up and all that. And,
sure.
And so you have to...
They've decided not to call it Home Alone.
Right. Well, because even though the character across the street does look vaguely like Daniel Stern, they just... Joe Pesci refuses to acknowledge.
Hey,
and
so do we.
Vaguely. I could see us being... We should go as like... For Halloween one year, we should get together and like we can do the stages of Stern.
The Stern stages.
Stern stages.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think we just need like one or...
You can buy that on Amazon.
1 or 2 more people. What the hell is this show today? This show is so... God, we're 20...
It is itself.
We're like half an hour in and we've said
Stern
nothing.
Stage.
So Hello Neighbor, it's fun. It's interesting. Some of the bigger streamers out there have been playing it, and overdoing their entertainment levels on it, and I'm just not going to do that because I'm a failure, I guess.
It's 0 hit points. We're not going to overdo entertainment levels, right? That is our one promise to you. It's in the bylaws. We also now have bylaws.
BI laws.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I'm bylaw curious.
You said it last week. We streamed it last week. Gears of War.
We did.
I like it. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the news.
I'm almost reluctant to say too much about it because I'm having fun with it, but I'm having the requisite amount of fun for a Gears of War game so far. We're not deep into the campaign, so nothing it does open really well. Yeah. Like
strong opening.
Through telling it through flashbacks. Like I'm slow, so I didn't pick up on that. I mean, I got that we were doing flashbacks, but then I realized they were also like it was alternate views of segments from the different games, like Gears of War 1.
Yeah.
I think actually maybe that was the thing. Did they do Gears of War 1, 2, and 3?
That's actually I think that might have been it because the third game is where E-Day happened, right?
No, that was the first day. E-Day is when they all came up. Emergence Day.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, what was the day with the third game is the one with the big EMP whatever, right?
Yeah, the boss, which you see that from a different perspective, but in a place that you went through in Gears of War 3.
Yeah, so it must have been 1, 2, and 3, which I didn't
base or something like that.
But I think you put it succinctly because, and I love this. This was great because every part of the intro, and you can go back and watch this. It's the hit play was just posted yesterday.
Yesterday. Dang it.
Wow. You said, "Oh, cool. We're just carmining it because after every little segment, your guy dies."
Yeah. Well, you look like Carmine.
Because you're Carmine.
Yeah, because you're Carmine.
You're all Carmine. Hey!
So yeah, I mean that part was cool, and we've played a ton of Horde 3.0, but again, it's just us two, so I feel like I'm not getting the most out of the differences in Horde this year, which are the class-based system, which again maybe my fault. I'm mainlining one class because I'm trying to get him up,
and we're both doing the same thing, and it's limiting.
I do like it from what I can see, even though it may be too grindy. But again, I don't know if maybe I'm just every Gears game is grindy. So what am I? What I don't know.
I don't know.
Because as you get your character up to, you have a character level. And you have a class level or player level, maybe, I guess would be a better way to put it. You have a player level and a class level.
Okay. I believe you.
Player level goes up fine and easily enough. It has that curve where it's easy at first. I think I'm already close to 20 or something like that. That's the one where you get to 100 and you can re-up or something like that. The class level goes up way more slowly. And you don't get your second perk spot until 3. And after how many hours do you think we put into that?
Oh, dude, after the other night, probably, I'd say at least 10 now.
10, right? Yeah, that's what I was going for. So, and I'm maybe 2.5.
Yeah, no, same. And
that's too slow. Like, honestly, that's kind of
and maybe,
a bummer. But
and maybe that's something we just need to figure out what levels that up and see if we can, because maybe we're missing something.
Well, I've heard the fastest way to do it so far is just to spam levels 1 through 10.
All right, let's do it.
We haven't been doing that because we've been trying to get to 50 we got to 50 on 1, which that was fun. Like getting to level 50, especially even just us two-manning it, like a lot of that classic like Horde stuff came back, the down to the wire stuff, I mean, a lot of it's bullet spongy. A lot of it's just ticking off enemies.
The Ryan silently going, why does he keep dying so much?
I don't know how I'm the one saying that because I'm maybe
I bring you down.
I'm beat into submission pretty easly, like because I run out in the middle on every game we play.
Yeah, no, I always end up with a medic badge with you. It's great. Like half
but
of
like
my
the
half
fifth
of my levels
time after dying or sooner or whatever, I play back. it would save maybe one or two mistakes where it just make me safer. And then everything's pretty much okay after that. And then I think that's where you usually step up. And then I'm reviving you for a while. And then we both play back and then we beat the game. I don't know. It was fun.
It was fun.
We did it in like 3 sessions. We finally got stuck on 45.
Yeah, it was so weird.
For no reason. And like we had all of our. So I guess that's not really different from Horde in Gears of War 3, but it's kind of got the tower defense type aspect to it.
Yeah.
Like we had set up a bunch of turrets, and it seemed harder to get past the level when we had set up all the turrets. When we finally just ran out of money and said screw the turrets and just two-manned it.
Yeah. We
started passing levels, so I don't know.
And it was so weird. It was so weird too because we sat there for hours just getting beaten, and then it really did. Like as soon as we beat that level, we zipped right through. We didn't get stuck really anywhere else for any length of time.
Yeah.
Even on 50, I don't think we got stuck.
Yeah, even on 50, finally.
More than anything, 50 just freaking took forever because
Did we even fail? We failed it once, I think.
Yeah, because you got eaten right away.
Fair. There's a new enemy. It's called a carrier. It'll come up and eat you and walk away with you real slow while your teammate tries to shoot you out of it. It's kind of cool.
It's cool.
But
it's gross.
That was a good level too because it forced us to actually strategize a little bit more than usual. We had to run back and forth on the map and pick out ads as we were going and that stay close to each other.
That worked out pretty well actually. Once we figured that out, once we had like that system of okay, I'm going right. Okay, going right. We both,
because the carriers move super slowly.
Right, and we were able to like one of us would get ahead of the other and start cutting people down. And then the other would come up behind and kind of finish out the people ahead of them. And if one of us went down, it was easy enough it worked out. It was fun. And I would really like to play with other people. I think Khalif actually has it.
I think that's the next step. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like this is
we should ask Khalif.
The last game we played, like towards the end, I was like, you know what? This is it. This is what I expected. And it's as fun as it's ever been, but it's it. Man, I feel like if we're going to get any more out of this, it needs to be with more people.
And to be fair, even with the randoms, I had a ton of fun at PAX with Horde mode. It was lot of fun.
We could try some public games, I guess. But
okay,
actually, no,
don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Don't just
that never worked out for Horde mode, actually, now that I think about it.
That's never going to work out here. No, that's dumb. What we should do is we should pool together the 0 hit points fund Adam fund and send him a copy of Gears 4.
I don't think money's the issue for Adam. I sent him an email actually because I was like,
no. Here's the thing. I'm not saying give him the money. I'm saying we should pool our money and buy the game and give it to him
force him.
So he has to have
steal his daughter.
You know what? I'm so tired of people with kids saying I can't because my kids. Whatever.
No, that he never said that. I was thinking we would need to kidnap somebody that he loved to encourage him to play Gears of War 4.
I'm going to encourage him.
You can kidnap his wife if you want. I don't care.
No, I'm just going to encourage him.
Okay. So wait, you're not going to kidnap anybody and just... violently.
No. I would never, ever imply that on a public video station. So, okay, anything else on Gears 4? We're going to play it again. We're going to continue on. I think we're going to... Are we going to consistently do the hit plays for the next few weeks through the campaign?
Until we or everybody else gets tired of them, which probably will never happen.
Yeah, it'll be us before anybody else.
No, I'm fine. Like, okay. I mean, the campaign's always my favorite out of anything
for sure.
like this. So, yeah, I'm happy to keep doing that. I think we barely... And we're playing through... on hardcore for the stream, which was a great decision. So we'll get better with the first week. We were kind of getting our feet, but I mean, I don't know how much are people worrying about the story here. I don't know. How
much are people caring about anything we're doing?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on.
All right. What news possibly happened that we'd want to talk about this week?
It's a news segment now. Because it's a segment. Everything's a segment.
That was last week.
No, it was 2 weeks in a row. I'm going with it forever now. 0 hit points where everything's a segment. Let's talk about.
You stopped. I thought you were going.
No, I'm not. I wasn't. Let's do the new hardware segment, which is a sub segment from the news segment.
Hey, the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo NX is now the Nintendo Switch. There's a trailer. It's out. Everybody's heard about it. Now we talk about it.
Okay.
Segment. Happy?
Mostly.
Okay, so there was a trailer, first of all, wherein happy people play the game console.
Nice cover.
Did you want did you want to say anything about that perfectly fine trailer?
In the trailer, the people playing the consoles looked very happy.
They're very happy.
There's something interesting I noticed about that trailer. I think it's interesting, especially considering the company, Nintendo. There were no children in that trailer.
Yeah, I saw somebody mention that. Whatever.
I don't care. I just think it's interesting because
either.
it's purposeful. So it's Nintendo growing up a little bit.
Has Nintendo? I'm trying to think about any of the. I mean, I'm whatever about how much this is going to turn into a marketing discussion. Is what I don't care.
Yeah. No. I don't care about that.
I don't think Nintendo has to market to kids.
No.
So that might be why they felt like.
I just think that
don't put a kid in it. What's it going to matter?
I just think that that Nintendo's getting to a point where they're seeing that their primary audience is less becoming maybe kids and more becoming older fans.
See, I would say the opposite. I would say they're seeing their older fans leave in droves. I mean, maybe that's because that's where I'm at. But with the
I don't mean older fans. I mean fans that are of older ages.
That is
Groups.
What I meant also.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm coming from, I got the Wii, had tons of fun with the Wii.
Ditto.
And then sold it because who's going to play it?
Ditto.
And never got a Wii U.
I did.
First Nintendo console I never got. And I mean, everything still looks super, no, not everything. I don't know why I said. There are things about the Wii U that still look attractive. I have the 3DS because the Wii U is a more expensive item for me to never play. 3DS is far cheaper, so I feel okay about never playing it. So yeah, like I would say there's no kids in there because they're courting people like me who have left. They want to get some of those people back rather than trying to put a more mature face forward.
Whatever. Either way, they're clearly focused on the mobile gaming aspect, not mobile in the sense that phones, but in the DS take this with you. Have another device you can carry with you.
Man, they should hire us for marketing.
No, and there are so many weird decisions here. No backwards compatibility. That's huge.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
It's new too.
I'm sorry.
Because,
no physical.
Yeah, there's no disc drive.
Which is mind. So this is Nintendo now, and here, perfect. This is excellent. This is Nintendo doing. We're going to put out hardware, buy everything digitally. Okay, knowing their store is nowhere near as good as say Steam, and now on top of all of that, let's just go with the idea that the people that buy this are people with kids. Everything being digital, plus all the streaming, plus Comcast recently putting data caps on things.
Where's this going?
Where this is going is, why would you make everything digital? It's such a bad decision right now. Like, it's such a bad decision to make everything digital. All of the downloads.
Everything already is digital.
No, it's not. You can still go buy. Yes, you can go buy everything digitally, but every other console has tactile discs. I don't download.
Yeah, but against their own will.
You know why? Look, my point is, I will never move to all digital. I like any console that is all digital like that. The PC is kind of the exception to the rule, but I'm also not playing them. Like, I don't buy 1,000 games there. I don't want to like the console from a console perspective. I guess what I'm getting at is I want my consoles to have tactile discs all the time.
And I think this is where the everything is going to come from. The people who are angry, the people who aren't. It's that they're splitting the difference between a handheld and a console. They're very much saying, don't worry, this is a home console, but obviously they're trying to do something that's a hybrid. You know, it makes perfect sense for a handheld to not have any discs.
Right.
You know,
but okay.
So they're borrowing from different spots, and they're I mean, if they do this right, it's great. Like I'm of the mindset, like, backwards compatibility, who cares? Because I think this better be, at the very least, the first time Nintendo finally gets it together and your purchases come over. Your digital purchases come over on this thing. Like, you're going to be doing your get the virtual console games that you own on this new device.
Never.
I mean, yes, if anybody is not going to do it, Nintendo's not going to do it. But I'm 51% that they get it this time. That it gets increasingly more ludicrous as time goes on that they wouldn't do something like that. You're right. I would not surprise me.
No.
They don't do that. But it's so crazy if they don't.
Yeah, I like I said, a huge issue for me is the all digital thing. That's just not, especially like that's the reason I bring up the data caps, because I'm affected by that. I have to I have to manage now. I have to consciously manage stuff like that. I don't have the willy-nilly ability to just, okay, sure. If I didn't have data caps, then that is not something that I would consider. But now I have to, and that puts me off. I don't want that.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess I could go to the library.
That's a larger conversation.
I'm gonna go to the library and download it there. It's a
like
weird,
all normal homeless people.
The console is a fascinating piece of hardware too. So it's got.
I guess we could explain it.
I don't even know how to explain. It's got two controllers kind of on the side that pop on and off, but when they're on, you have I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what's it's a handheld. It's a 3DS. It's got removable controllers on each side. The screen is bigger. Think 7-inch tablet. It's got a dock, so you walk up to your TV, you dock it, and you can take off the controllers and continue to play with those. Or there's a kind of a pro controller you can grab.
And the controllers,
once you dock it's an HDMI probably dock or whatever that runs right under your screen. So seamlessly you dock it. You're playing on the TV now, this is the one thing people thought this was going to be all along. So that functionality is old news, I guess, at this point.
The controllers look so uncomfortably small.
They look very tiny.
They're like, and so because we said,
the detachable ones.
Anyway. They detach, and when you pop them off, like the gag that they show in the trailers is I'm gonna play basketball with my buddies, and then we're gonna set this up and play basketball against each other here. Because that's reality, but
that's the fun. Yeah, that's.
But beyond that, like the controllers fit the side of fit the screen when it's sitting horizontal, and they're just, you're holding the screen while it's horizontally. So think about how tall your hands are and where your thumbs usually go. Now flip that and make that tiny. Like that's
again, it's trying to split the difference. Like when they're attached, it looks fine because you're
right
using a handheld. If anything, they're a little bit bigger, so that's nicer. But take them off, and there's shots of them using it sideways. Like a Wiimote for some stuff. When you're 2-playering or whatever. Yeah. So they do seem tiny. I can imagine going to the Pro controller or whatever they call it this time more often than not in those situations, but.
I just feel like this thing is going to end up being the size of, like a Funko Pop. It's gonna be like
plenty of size. Like I think they probably released the dimensions.
No,
already.
they did. I just in my mind though, I was like, this thing is just so tiny. It's what is it? I don't know. I don't know what Nintendo's doing. It's such a weird device.
They went out of their way to mention all the companies that are signed on. On that list is Activision, EA, Warner Brothers, Warner Brothers Interactive, Sega, Epic, Capcom, Bethesda, Square, which of course, the obvious ones that have been working with Nintendo forever.
Yeah.
And Ubisoft. We love Ubisoft.com is the website. Did you sign up for that yet? We need to start mentioning it at the end of the show instead of our website.
Check out 0HITPoints.com. Just kidding. Go to WeLoveUbisoft.com.
We tried to, when we were registering domains, it was between WeLoveUbisoft.com and 0HITPoints.com.
They've had it for a while. It's been shocking.
Have they? Dang it. Okay.
Yeah, so the other thing they showed in the trailer, a bunch of games were shown. They showed like a new Mario game, Mario Kart. They showed Skyrim. They showed NBA 2K17.
New Mario Kart, yeah.
And then everybody got kind of excited because it was like, oh wow, Skyrim's coming out.
None of those actually announced. This is just what we're garnering from the commercial.
And not even like flat out, these were shown in the commercial. And so people got excited. And then Nintendo was like, okay, wait. You shouldn't assume, this is a quote, you shouldn't assume what you saw on the video represents actual game footage. A Nintendo rep said that to Eurogamer, which says to me, I am pre-ordering that system.
So there's two ways you can take this. You can take it doesn't represent actual game footage, like whether or not these are going to be full-on ports. Like they don't want you to think that it's going to be the same exact game or, Game of the Year edition or Switch edition, Skyrim Switch or whatever. Also, maybe they don't want you to take the graphical fidelity to heart that you might see there.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't.
Here's a professional tip from a video worker. Don't ever think any video you see in a video is real.
Nothing is real until you see it with your own two eyes and your own face.
Most likely always composited, because here's the catch-22 thing. They want to be honest. They want to have the actual video that's going to be on there. It's never going to look great. No matter what, it will never look good because you're videoing video. There's refresh rates, there's stuff, there's filters you can put on cameras. There's times it's done, especially in TV when it's easier to do it like that. You're doing a series or a serial or something like that. Makes sense. Sure. This is not one of those times, especially any trailer commercial.
In an announced trailer too.
It's never going to be the actual video on the screen because if it is, it's not going to look great, and they're going to get crap for that. They're getting crap for this statement now because they say, don't think that's the real stuff. It's never been the real stuff. Every trailer you've ever seen has never been the real stuff.
It's true.
And guess what side? Guess what side you should never, ever... Movies is actually another good example. That's always going to be composited stuff, like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
You know what side you're always going to err on, rather than the, well, let's be honest and people think it's crappy, or let's do something that looks great that everybody's been doing, even if it's not representative. You're always going to err on the side that looks better.
Yeah, because you're liars. You know why? Because that's the number one rule of being a corporatist. Lie, lie, lie. Because if people are stupid, and they are, they'll believe anything you shove down their face holes, and then you'll buy the Nintendo Switch with Skyrim Switch Edition.
I mean, after No Man's Sky, let's say everybody's sensitive, and we're in some kind of new era of marketing.
Oh no, I'm sure
people are more
I'm
concerned about that type of stuff.
People are a little more butthurt about this stuff.
Great, but again.
No. So you put a good spin on it, because
I'm just telling you how it is. Like
no. I mean, you put a good spin on the what he's saying, because it's more likely that you're correct. The way it's being represented though is the funnier spin that I like. I don't like the real spin. I want the fake spin. I want the spin where Skyrim's not going to be on the system. The system doesn't even play video games. That's what I want.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. So
take
your reality, cram it up your cram hole, LaFleur.
He just should have not said anything. Honestly, this is one of those things where you just.
I don't think Nintendo should have done anything. Period. I think they should have just released a trailer and then just not said anything about it.
Sure.
Just send off like
they could have.
Just take out like a 1-page like ad in the New York Times. Just says Nintendo Switch. Just the words Nintendo Switch. That's it. That's your ad. That's your hype. People would freak out. They'd be like, "What is Nintendo doing?" Amazing.
I will say, final thought.
Final thoughts. Ryan Miller.
Nintendo Switch. There is kind of above it all, and they are, of course, trying to get across the point that you can take this anywhere. It's comes across in the process as being of one of those things where we can, but should we? Type thing. Like the people they show in that commercial are like the dude's like playing it on his TV, and then he's like, he takes it up, puts it together, he's on the go. He's on a bench in the park watching the sunrise, looking at his thing while he's playing the thing. And then there's the girl who's like, come over to my party. She's like, yeah, and she puts it all together and brings that to the party.
The guy at the beginning too, like again, another funny thing that popped out of it was the guy is playing game while his dog's running around. He has to go outside, so okay, fine, I'll take the stupid dog out, but I don't want to stop playing Zelda.
He's like, I don't think there's a shot of them at work, but it's basically like it's him in the course of a day, and he's just playing that thing anywhere he goes. And the shots don't actually do it any favors. Like anytime they show somebody like staring at it, they've got this like they're trying to look bright, like they're having a ton of fun, but it's just kind of like this. It just looks like dead, somebody. Yeah,
it's that face of somebody farted, and it might have been me, but I don't want to bring it up.
Just keep playing.
So just smile. Everybody's happy. The Nintendo fart. Hey,
that's funny.
You know what we should do? We should take a ride to Trailer Town. Toot toot. New segment.
I'm not participating. These are your segments. They're not my segments.
You know what? They became your segments when you said I do.
Dang it. Never should have married you.
Those are the most common words out of my wife's mouth.
Titanfall 2 had 2 trailers.
Titanfall 2 trailers.
One of them single player with actually both of them single player, but one of them featuring on your relationship with your robot more than anything.
Yeah, how'd you like it?
It's fine. It was fun. It
was
maybe a little too focused. Like I hope that relationship is actually contextualized a lot better than they kind of hit you over the head with it in that trailer.
I hope that at some point you at the end when you're I'm gonna make some bold predictions.
Okay.
My prediction is that because anything like this where they give an inanimate object, ostensibly a personality, the idea is for you to fall in love with it. That's the companion cube. Great example.
Oh, you think they're gonna kill the
robot, but I think that it's you're only going to destroy the Titan's body, and then at the end it'll be like, I'm back. That's what
AI survives.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. I do.
All right, that would be disappointing.
It's my bold prediction.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to playing it though. The single player does look
absolutely.
It looks cool as hell.
And the other trailer was more of a, I guess.
It's the launch trailer.
Yeah, the launch. Launch.
With another terrible pseudo cover thing going for it.
Yeah. The slow song. What was the actual song?
This one is it's a terrible remix of Bang Bang. I think. Was that it? Right. It was the Nancy Sinatra one.
Sure.
Except in this, they changed the name to Bang Bang, my Titan's gonna get you or something like that. I don't know. So stupid. I think that's the one.
It's the same thing though. Like everything looks really cool, and they showed some more of those sequences where you're doing really cool stuff with your Titan. You're throwing yourself across the screen, and your Titan's grabbing you and kind of helping you in tandem. Same thing with the last trailer. Like that's super cool. I hope it's contextualized really well. Like I hope it's not just. I mean. These are the set piece guys. These are the Call of Duty guys. These created the modern especially shooter set pieces. Like these guys are arguably the best at it. I hope that's still good, but I hope it's context. Like if they can actually turn that into something that utilizes the strength of video games instead of just being a cutscene or.
No, I understand. You want the relationship you want it to be a legitimate relationship. You want to have you want to see.
Yeah, I'm talking more about now.
But you want to see how all of those functions come together that you've been given in snippets.
Yes.
As an organic story, as opposed to, hey, we came up with a really cool idea. How can we shoehorn it into this?
Yeah, or some actual interactivity, like all the shots of where I'm running across the wall and then I hop. If I hit X, or maybe there's a contextual Y or something like that for my Titan to grab me and then throw me into something else, or throw me onto the next robot or something like that. Even something small like that, other than that's just what I saw before. I was able to take control or something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I that would be cool. Like a couple kind of pseudo quick time maneuver things ish. Even.
Yeah. But the trailer was good.
Super
excited. Is that this week?
It is this week.
This week?
No, it's this week. It's I think Friday.
Friday, right?
Right? Yeah, sure. Tomorrow.
I need to call Microsoft because they're dumb. I got the 1S and they gave me a $50 gift card, but I had already ordered Titanfall, so I called them and asked them to please cancel that. This is like weeks ago. Cancel that and then rebuy it with my new $50 code since I had it now. And they're like, okay, cool. It was in the same order that I ordered Recore. So I got Recore and then they gave me a refund on Recore. And from what I can tell, I'm still going to receive 2 copies of Titanfall 2. So,
dude, cool. I'll cancel mine. You can send me yours.
Except I'm not happy. And then I keep getting emails I've gotten 3 emails now. One of them's like, "Hi, this is Andre from Microsoft support report." I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't even say it right in his email. And he says, "Give me your phone number and the time we can call you." I did that 3 times. And then I got another one on Sunday and I said, "You know what? What if I call you?"
Yeah. How about you give me your home phone number, Andre, if that is your real name?
But whatever, Andre. I'll give you a call later. What other trailers came out?
You should call it now. You should call him now. Do it live.
Yeah, I might record it. That actually would be a smart move, probably.
You definitely should. Other trailers. Dishonored 2. Did you watch that? The new live action trailer about Emily?
Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid, though.
It is. Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Fully live action, and not in a way that you'd think where, like, of course, because there's the tall knife birds or whatever. Like those are CGI, obviously, when she does her power stuff. But I swear, like, it intermixes like CGI characters.
Yeah, it looked like that too to me. Also, I'm glad you noticed that, because I was like, the whole beginning part looks like there's 1 or 2 real people and then a CG person.
Yeah, right. Like, and I'm not positive.
I don't know what's happening to my eyesight or technology. They're both increasing in negative ways.
Yeah. The trailer's fine, though. The live action stuff is weaker, like it always is.
It is
almost.
I honestly gotta say, there are a lot of actors out there that could have done a better job with the action than the woman they chose. There are definitely better fighters out there that could have.
Yeah, and they edit around that pretty
poorly.
Not badly, but just I don't think they had the stuff to work with. But yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it
is also just a trailer.
Yeah, but
it's like
that's why we obsess.
But if
you're gonna make it live action, it's like
if you're gonna
put
in that much money, like that's a lot of money.
Probably.
No.
Not enough.
Yes.
Maybe one might argue.
I don't know. Watch Dogs 2 released a new trailer for the Zodiac Killer Mission.
Yeah, I guess you get it if you pre-order or something.
I'm sure you do. You always get something when you pre-order. With Ubisoft, it's usually a faulty game.
No, if you pre-order, you get I say you get the working game, but that's not. It comes with day 1 patch.
That still doesn't fix it.
Whatever. It's about they made a mission. He leaves clues like he actually did when Zodiac Killer was doing his stuff. It's in San Francisco, so there's some history there. If there isn't a Ted Cruz reference,
missed opportunity.
It was all for nothing.
Yeah.
Or I will give them, this is least amount of effort they could do if he doesn't turn out to be a politician of some sort. Just random, finally, generic politician. That's fine. You can't get Ted Cruz's likenesses. Fine. You don't want me to vote for him. You could still call him like
T Cruz or TC something. Like give him the name TC Cruz.
Anything.
Zodiac Killer. Oh wait.
That's the only reason I want to mention that. Red Dead Redemption 2, we talked about this last week, but the trailer dropped on the day they said it would drop.
It did. I was surprised that somebody kept their word.
They would have had to announce a delay on the trailer.
I would have supported it. 0 hit points.
Real well. Yeah, no,
0 hit points
would
have been behind it.
That's fine. It's going to come out better in the end.
Yep. That trailer was super okay. It didn't really do it. Not a whole lot going on there. Whole lot of Red Dead Redemption 2. We have assets that look like Old West.
Yes. So I mean, some people didn't like it. It's short. It doesn't give away a whole bunch. There's like one sentence in it. But everything, I think it's easy to gloss over what there is there. And number one, it does look freaking gorgeous.
Looks beautiful.
It looks amazing.
That
but number
steamboat or the boat in the water.
The water? Yeah, no. It all looks great. But number two, it's the images it conveys, like what it actually puts on screen.
Yes.
Perfectly encapsulates the West that you want. Like the West that I want anyways, right?
Yup. 100%.
So that part, like, don't gloss over that too much. Like, if you take the tone of what there is there, like, perfect so far. They're headed in the perfect direction. Just take a minute and consider that you already, assuming you played Red Dead Redemption, you already have a good idea of what you're gonna get. You've got to it's not going to be too far off from that. Just the same way GTA 5 is not too far off from GTA 4. Right.
There's a very clear connection. But this is just a little teaser to let you know that the game you've been asking for years now is coming out. Enjoy what's there. Look at what's there and stop asking about what's not. There's a billion things that you'll find out later. But just like you said, get excited about going back to that game era. Get excited to go back to the Old West in Rockstar's version of it. That's awesome.
I will say, because there is one sense in there, so you did get a little bit of voice acting. The guy, and I wish I could remember his name. I should. There's a
McClintock.
A video I want to say Polygon did on him not too long ago. But the guy who does Marsden's voice, that voice actor.
Yeah.
I would have guessed that guy had been voice acting all his life. Like the voice work for Marsden specifically, but also in that game in Red Dead is amazing. Like I loved it. That dude's voice, everything about it. He has a cool story where apparently he hasn't been doing that his whole life, and I think may have already retired from it again.
Yeah, he didn't. After Red Dead, he was like, I don't want to do this, or I guess it just wasn't an interest for him all that much.
He's so good. He's freaking amazing at it though. This dude. Anyways. The thing they say in the trailer is it's not as good. It's not his voice, but it's also like Old West, man. If your voice sounds even a little bit affected, like it all goes wrong. Like, yee boy.
I will say, I don't think that I am going to hazard the guess that the voice in the voiceover though is not our main character.
That's true, actually. What he says, too, is it's also telling because he talks about Red Dead 1 very much about escaping your past or Marsden escaping his past or whatever.
Yeah.
They make... I should have freaking written it down. It's like 5 words, but they say something about escaping and running away, and So it seems to be about the same thing.
Said
You're
about 5 words, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
I think even
the dude who says it, you can imagine he wouldn't be. The main character isn't the guy that says you never can escape your past. That's the you're right. The supporting dude says that. So
yeah,
good call on that one.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what's coming out. Sony got on their Rockstar's bandwagon on this one, so they're going to be getting some of the DLC first. It doesn't sound like anything totally exclusive. I'm sure there will be more information about it later, but it'll be on a PlayStation before anything. Oh, and by the way, don't expect to play it on the PC. Never happened. Just so you know.
That's extra funny for Red Dead because what the history of that PC port, like what?
Man. That's just it's a sore subject for a lot of people.
I could see it happening this time just because of what happened with GTA 5.
So,
but yeah, for the time being, it's certainly not announced, and given the history, maybe don't.
Here's my thought process with this.
Okay.
I think that Rockstar is going to do a similar thing that they did with GTA 5, where they're going to put it out on the consoles first. They'll do something with the online, and then, in 2 years, it'll finally show up on the PC. They'll probably do some brand new version of it for the PS4 Pro and the Xbox Scorpio. So they'll do the double dip, so you can get the now 4K up-resed version or whatever, and just like they did with GTA 5.
Yeah. Given how much that paid off for them, like why not?
Yeah. Why wouldn't? No, they have the history of doing that now. Yeah. I'm not saying they will, but I could see it, and I could see that if they do that, that's at the same time when they're like, okay, we're up-resing all this stuff, or we're redoing all of the stuff to make it work on this new console. We might as well do the PC port now.
Yeah.
So
that's smart. I'll have subscribed to your book letter.
Thank you. I will put your name down as subscribed.
Wait. Did we forget to give away a code again?
Yeah. Why wouldn't? No, they've got it's.
No, because it's in the middle of the show right now.
I'm excited.
Good point, Matt. So here's a code for Banjo-Kazooie for Xbox 360, playable on Xbox One. And it is XR67QRP3J MPPTPCKVYQ4HYZ. Plug that into the redeem a code thing on Xbox somewhere, somehow, and Banjo-Kazooie is all yours if that code works.
That's just it's a sore subject for a lot of people.
You said it again, Matt. And then Halloween's coming up.
It is. Are you excited?
The Hallowieners are coming out.
Are you taking your kids out?
Yeah, actually. There's a couple like organized things where there's a couple trunk or treats. I don't know if where you don't have to go meet strangers and people give you candy in a much easier and more concentrated fashion. But I want my kids to go knock on doors. So I think we're going to go to my parents' neighborhood and actually drive them around town for a bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to do it at least once, I think.
Yeah. I don't think they ever have actually.
Oh,
yet.
Perfect.
So they're both getting to the age where it matters too. Like my daughter knows that she wants to be something, she's made specific requests and is looking forward to it.
So what do we have? What are we looking forward to here, picture wise? What should I be expecting here?
My daughter has chosen Maleficent.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, yes, from the Angelina Jolie movie, but still,
yeah, it's not bad.
My son, easier to please. I think we've been through like 3 costume iterations on him because he's harder. We bought there's an inflatable dinosaur costume going around. Have you seen that?
Yes.
It's like a T-Rex where his face comes out the middle. Well, apparently it's inflatable. It makes the seal somewhat around the face. And my son is not a stay still type of special needs child. So there's no way that was going to work. So we actually bought that, sent it back, and got a shark costume instead. That fluffy or stuffed shark costume you also see going around.
Yes.
So
Very
he
nice.
loves sharks. So.
And what are you and Candy going as?
Nothing. Yeah, we haven't gone as anything for a couple years now.
So disappointing.
I know. We're kind of lame.
Yeah, no, I'm super lame. I get drunk out on the front porch with Beth.
Oh, you're going as drunk Matt.
No, just going with Matt.
Oh. My mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't really do anything. Beth dresses up and we put up we went to Value Village last year, or like Goodwill, and we found there was this painting of a fisherman that we saw like hanging on the wall, and we both were like, "Hey, check it out, the Gorton fisherman." And it was just a really weird like maritime painting, like and we're like, "But you know what? Halloween's coming up. Maybe you could do something with it." And Beth, so we bought it for so we pull it off the wall, and there was no price tag on it because we're at Goodwill, so why would there be? So we take it up to the thing, and the woman's like, "Oh, there's no price tag on it." And she's like, $3. We're like, "Definitely. If you have any more of these, we'll take those." So
we'll take 5.
Beth painted over the fisherman's face. She painted a skull on his face, and she painted some like skeleton stuff on his hands. But then all the outfit is still there, and it's actually really cool. I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to you.
So well, how did this turn into a costume, or is this just a decoration?
No. We do it. We put it on the outside on the door.
Okay. I was expecting like we cut a head hole out and then she put that on, and that's what she was.
No, she has this really cool latex cat mask that is really nicely contoured. It has really nice fangs on it and stuff.
Okay.
She usually wears that with like her because it's cold out, so she bundles up and she's got like a hood on and she'll wear that and
okay.
You know.
Trick or treat.
Yeah, and then we listen to Skinny Puppy outside and scare the kids. It's fun.
Cool. So yes, many companies also this year choosing to
celebrate Halloween,
to get their Hallowieners out. First of all, Pokemon Go. Maybe even most interesting of all, is this got to be the first event Pokemon Go's ever done.
I believe it is. Too little, too late.
Apparently, they are hemorrhaging a little bit of players. I'm sure they care.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
They probably do a little bit, but they've also made billions so far, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I think that revenue stream has dropped significantly.
Are they like, man, we should have saved some of that?
Yeah, well, obviously, that's why they're doing the Halloween thing.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, I've dropped off myself, but this actually has me interested because the things that it's doing, let's see here. Catching a Pokemon results in 6 candies to your stockpile, so that's doubled. You get 2 candies for transferring Pokemon to Professor Willow, also doubled. Instead of the usual 1, Buddy Pokemon will give you 4, which is quadrupled every time you complete a kilometer. So that's good, but also they've made the kind of Halloween type Pokemon more accessible. Like they're supposed to be more plentiful, which I'm trying to see. There's Drowsy and whatever he turns into. And then there's some I don't even recognize. And then the bomb in a cloud looking one. All of them I don't have. This is why I don't know them.
Fair enough.
What are their names, Matt?
I don't know.
What does a Drowsy turn into?
I can't remember what his name is.
Wrong.
Hypno. He turns
Snoop
into
Dogg.
Hypno.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So this might actually get me out. I gotta say, especially if I'm out trick or treating, I might just leave this thing on.
I don't know. He's got a thing though. I think
yes,
it's
he
Hypno.
does.
It's Hypno something.
I think you're right. I think it is Hypno.
I just don't remember if that's the whole name or not. I can't remember.
It's fine. Nobody asked you to.
Thank you. Well, that's
I did.
Thankfully. Hey, you know what? Destiny is a really good game.
They're also doing a Halloween event. It's called
Fart
the Festival
Noise
of the Lost. And that starts today. Oh, the Pokemon one starts today through November 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny, not to be outdone, their event starts today through November 8th.
You can get a broomstick that you can fly on. That's your sparrow.
There's things in it.
A broomstick sparrow.
It actually sounds, you know what is the crazy thing? This sounds like the most substantial event they've ever done. Because events like Sparrow Racing, I guess, did come with some missions, but the Rise of Iron was the DLC. What was the Iron Banner? Stuff like that I feel like comes with next to nothing usually, other than some cosmetic stuff. But this time, with this Halloween thing, there's new emotes, shaders, emblems, weapon ornaments, whatever the heck those are, ghost shells.
Oh yeah, the weapon ornaments are things that hang off your weapons now. They fling fair. Around and stuff.
So this is Christmas or Halloween? Make up your mind. And then multiple quest lines.
How many quest lines though?
Multiple.
Oh my gosh.
So right, they did it right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
And then
that's going through November 8th.
That is. You're probably more excited about this next one.
Ish. I still haven't picked up the game yet, and I keep reading. So many weird things, but the game is fascinating to me. Dead by Daylight, they released a Halloween update that's got Michael Myers and Laurie Strode.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Get in my belly.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Right. He is. He's running around, and you just have to eat them, and then you poop.
I hope he does one of his trademark Scottish characters.
He will. It's the character that the way they've built out the Myers character is kind of interesting because the way he builds up his power and stuff is by just standing still and watching.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of brilliant because the concept of standing there and building up power while they're watching you, they can see you. They don't know what you're doing. They know you're standing there building up power now, but it's they've got to figure out how long is he going to stand there? But we got to figure out, are we going to do this now? It's kind of a cool mechanic. I do want to play the game, but I've read so many bad things about the developers and how rough the game is and some of the cheaters and the bad. I don't know.
Well, hey, you know what? I'll make the decision for you. I'm not going to play it.
I know you're not, but you are going to play Friday the 13th because you don't have a choice.
Jamie Lee Curtis, not Jamie Lee Curtis, is coming too with that pack, apparently.
Yeah, Laurie Strode.
Oh. But no likeness there.
No, it does not look anything like. It's just literally another counselor or whatever with blonde hair. This time named Laurie Strode.
Dead Rising 4.
How many... If you were to be offered a deluxe edition, what would you want in it?
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what it's coming with anyways. They released information about the deluxe edition, which comes with the season pass, and then they told you what comes in the season pass, or some of it. I can't imagine. I hope this isn't all of the season pass, but the season pass is only $25. Isn't that a breath of fresh air?
I don't know. It's probably going to be 4 skins and a weapon.
You 4 skins.
And 7
it comes with the
ago.
stocking stuffer holiday pack, which you can imagine what that is. Super Ultra Dead Rising 4 mini golf.
Yeah, that's the most fascinating thing to me at this whole thing. I want to play mini golf.
I do too. If it's more than a novelty. If it uses Dead Rising physics to hit around a giant golf ball into stuff, I'm probably not. But if they've done something, maybe there is an actual, if you're actually doing something rather than trying to make the game work in this way.
If you're actually playing a mini golf, but in Dead Rising.
Totally. I'm way into that. I would actually really like that.
Sure.
And then Dead Rising 4 Frank Rising, which is, okay.
that's, if you... Frank Rising.
Frank Rising. Yes. Knowing what you like to think of Franks as being. There's some stuff out there that's the timers are coming back. There's DLC that has the timers in it. Remember when you liked the timers from Dead Rising games?
Do you remember when it wasn't an option? That's why we liked it.
This is not the same thing. This is it sounds like Frank gets infected and he's got to find some stuff. There is a timer to it, but it's not the Dead Rising timer that I in the Dead Rising games that I prefer to 3 and probably 4.
Yes.
So if you're wondering if that's going to push me over the edge, No.
I knew from you playing it at PAX that you weren't going to get that game.
It's fine. It's just, I mean...
No, it's just, but it's not Dead Rising that you want. And
I'm going to get off the record before I get this.
And I also don't know that you want to go through the grind of those achievements for that game when the third game was fine, but it wasn't ever going to be like top of your list. And
achievements weren't that bad for Dead Rising 3, I don't think, if I remember.
You had to grind a few of them. There was one or two that you just had to sit on the, what was it, the steamroller and
quite possibly
get a bajillion points.
A bajillion?
But I'm sure you found some glitchy way to do it.
Last but not least.
Glitch right into the last thing.
No comment. Video game voice actors have gone on strike. If you heard about this, the only reason I wanted to mention it was because there are two sides to the story, whereas it sounds skeevy when these guys say, hey, we want more money. The story is that they were offered more money, which I guess were equal to the demands they made last time when this almost happened. But they rejected it because it did not include stunt pay for intense voice sessions and compensation that comes on the back end, like bonuses based on the amount of copies a game sells or subscribers it has, which sounds a little ridiculous. This is coming from Engadget. They've also been kind enough to point out that that's pretty standard fare everywhere else voice actors work.
Sure. I mean, voice actor, one of the things that annoys the piss out of me is people complaining about, why do they need stunt pay? Why do they need that? That doesn't make any sense to me. Hey, think about it for a second. Their voice is their job. It's really easy, no matter how much you work on your voice, no matter how well you train your voice, to lose it, to injure it, to overdo it on any given day. And if a game calls for a whole bunch of screaming and yelling and doing a whole bunch of stuff that's really, really, really straining and stressful on your vocal cords, you could be out a day or two or three and not be making money.
If not actually hurt yourself, I'm sure it's more rare, but
right. But yeah. But it is. But there's a reason that they should get stunt pay, and I absolutely agree with it because
like I said, it's standard.
Yeah.
Throughout the industry, other places that they work, like this is, and I guess the other thing that's interesting is let me see. This is from Polygon. There are notable actors within this group, SAG-AFTRA. It's Jennifer Hale does Shepard stuff. David Hayter does Snake. And Joe DiMaggio, Nolan North.
John DiMaggio.
So there's some big the baseball player.
Yeah. Also Tara Strong.
Yeah, John DiMaggio. But apparently, I guess they only represent 25% of the working of voice actors in the industry for video games at the moment. So I'm a little bit interested to see how it pans out because, like, how much bargaining power do they have? There are big names in here, so I mean that's good. But whereas 75% of companies don't really care.
But I think what they're getting at is all of the names that you're naming are people that people playing video games know. The other 75%, those are all the also starrings that you don't know them by name.
So I would say that most people don't know, like me and because we're plugged in. Like I feel like most people playing Battlefield, or maybe that's a bad example.
Well, but here's the other thing with a lot of those actors, and one of the big differences, and the reason Nolan North is because Nolan North is finally starting to go Hollywood. He's doing more stuff in Hollywood. All of those actors do stuff in animation beyond games. A lot of that other 75%, they're trying to break into that industry, but they're not there yet. So you still have a lot of individual contracted players, but then you do have the Tara Strongs and the John DiMaggios. All of them carry way more cachet because John DiMaggio, guess what? You want Gears of War, but you want to have Marcus Phoenix in it? You only got one guy.
That gravelly voice don't come free.
Right. And guess what? he doesn't need Gears of War because he can go do Futurama. He can go do the 73 other shows that he does.
Ain't no small thing to say, come on!
Hey! They're effing up my tomatoes!
Give him some extra money. I don't know, whatever. See what happens.
Yeah, I kind of always side I'm on the side of the voice actors in this one.
The talent.
Yeah.
You do always side on the side of the talent, don't you?
I do, and that is why this week the talent belongs to Ryan Miller in the lightning round.
Right.
That was an awesome segue.
Every week we have a number of small news items that we don't want to spend any more than a second on, so we force them into questions.
And this week, the lightning round, Ryan Miller, there is 30 seconds on the clock. There has never been a clock, nor will there ever be a clock. The Last Guardian goes gold.
How gold is it? Oh, I misread that setup, didn't I?
Skyrim Special Edition goes gold.
Are you sure that's not a bug?
Darksiders War Mastered Edition delayed to November 22nd.
Yeah, work on the title a little longer.
Burn. Star Trek Bridge Crew delayed till 2017.
Not in my living room, it's not. What games are coming up?
Carnival Games. I'm actually going to get that for the Vive. On 10/28, Carnival Games comes out for the PSVR and the Vive. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2.
The X in Xenoverse doesn't even sound like X.
But Z sounds like X when it's Xenoverse. Skyrim Special Edition, Titanfall 2. And then on the 31st, the final chapter for Hitman Hokkaido.
This season,
releases.
anyways.
Yeah, for this season, probably, hopefully forever. I'm still pissed at them. I've got a friend coming out this weekend, so I don't know how many games I'm going to get to play, but I will definitely be doing some Gears 4. A little more Overwatch because I got to get some of those skins. I only have the Hanzo Halloween skin on the console, so I got to work on that. And I'm going to try and hopefully get some Carnival games in this weekend. I'd like to, and obviously
get those Carnival games.
But
in.
obviously, we will be playing Titanfall 2. That I will be making time for.
Games like throw the ball at clown pins, shoot the water at the horse,
punch the goldfish,
punch ping pong goldfish bowl.
Hammer on the ground. Hammer down.
Hammer ding.
Hammer down.
Hitter.
I got it. Next time I go to the fair, I'm going to scream hammer down when I do that.
Hammer down.
Ding.
I want the pony.
If I'm lucky, I'll play some more Gears. Recore has kind of been the thing I want to put in.
We can go play Gears right now.
If I didn't have to work.
We could play
If you haven't been to the website,
Gears right now.
Try it. I dare you. 0HITPoints.com. There's a Monday video. There's a hit play up there. There's a hit play down here. There's a... Are we going to stream tomorrow?
We will be streaming Gears of War Chapter 2 of
Chapter
Gears,
2.
I
Possibly 1, because I think we only did the prologue.
What?
We haven't done anything! That's okay. We'll move twice as fast this time.
This was a weird episode.
Not as weird as this.